Hello, everyone, and welcome to PROCEPTION live stream. My name is Robert Wolff, and I am your HacksterPRO for the next hour, guiding you through, I think, a pretty fun and exciting conversation with one of my favorite people on the other side of the world, Sachin Soni, the founder of Techiesms. And not only is he the founder of a pretty cool website that sells the technologies that you're after to build awesome things with your friends and to build all the cool stuff, but he also is a YouTuber and an Indian maker. So he has a lot of cool stuff to share with us. I have a bunch of questions. Of course, we'd love it if you post your own questions, if you have anything to share with us as well. And I think it's just going to be a fun, relaxing episode. I do also know that he has a cool piece of technology to share with us himself. He built something that he wants to talk about. I am, of course, going to be talking about some of the things I've been up to this last month, but yeah, it'll be fun. So before we dive in, before we bring Sachin onto the call, I wanted to just kind of talk about last month. So last month's episode, I'm going to share the link here. Don't click over just yet. Maybe you can go explore it next time. We met with another friend, Michael Welling from Samsung, and he went through the Avnet app on the Autodesk Fusion CAD software. So we got to explore that. It was really cool. And we kind of talked about the good things, the bad things. We provided real feedback. So I thought it was a nice exploration mission to get familiar with the Avnet app. And one of the cool things that we kind of identified was you build a piece of hardware, but you have access to the distribution as well of the components that you're sourcing for that piece of hardware. So a lot of it is about, building out your bill of materials and making sure that your supply chains are in place. And this is kind of, I think, a cool part or a cool aspect of that experience that we went through. So after this, if you want to, spend another hour listening to me and Michael Welling talk, you can go hit that link and go check it out. So last but not least, if you enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. This channel is a community built channel run by the developer ecosystem or DevEco. We are a quite old community of, hardened developers. And we just love the whole openness aspect, and anyone can come leverage channels like this to do things like this as well. All right. Excellent. I think it's time to bring Sachin in, my fellow HacksterPRO and friend, Indian maker, entrepreneur, YouTuber, and content creator, Sachin Soni. Did I get that right?
Yeah, definitely. Love to be on your show, Robert. I just love your energy.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And this is where you go find everything that has to do with Sachin here. Techiesms. And
Perfect.
I was calling you Techiesms when I first
mostly, like many people misspell it Techiesms or Techiesm. There are a lot of pronunciation, but yeah, it's Techiesms. That's much better.
I think I have some questions that will dive us into the origins of all of this, but I first want to know who Sachin Soni is. We start these off with an origins of sorts. Maybe you can walk us up. Who is Sachin Soni?
Yeah, Sachin Soni is basically a maker who just love to play with electronics, love to play with technology. And as my tagline says, everything about me: explore, learn, share. I'm kind of guy who explore the things, explore the technology, learn from it, and later my end goal is to share everything I know with others. So I'm a maker, I'm an educator. That's what I can say in simple terms.
And I feel like you're also an entertainer. A maker, educator, but I mean entertaining as well. And that's I think what a lot of this content is about in this age, right?
Yeah, see what happened is entertainer is kind of I became because of social media, right? Okay, so being a maker, being an educator is not that interesting, but a personality of entertainer makes the maker and educator a much more interesting personality. So that's all the outcome of social media. Like the more I used social media, the more I became a social media person, kind of an entertainer.
I love how you put this. And we were talking the other day, and I think you brought something up. It was around kind of like the things that you do in your career or the things that you do just in life. If you have passion for the things that you do, it seems less, it's less work. It feels like less work. I can't remember how you phrased it. Maybe you want to try going at it again, because I loved what you said, but it made me think more about it.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, this things I need to share with everyone. Like when you do it with your passion, it doesn't feel like you're doing it. It's feel like you're enjoying it.
And it was about the short and the hand movements, and it's kind of like that's just you.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
Whatever you see on my channel, it's me who loves to do that kind of stuff. I'm not doing for others, I'm doing for myself. That's what you can say. And as I'm doing for myself, people like me relate with me. They just become the part of the community. That's how things
awesome.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been admiring. I only just met you like less than a month ago. It was at the Hackster, the Hackster office hours. By the way, exactly. Hackster office hours, discord.gg/Hackster.io. They do 2 office hours a month, and they're quite fun. People like us hang out there, and this is where I met Sachin, which is nice. I want to do an icebreaker round. Can we dive into the icebreaker round? I kind of briefed you on it in the green room before the episode, but I think it could be kind of fun.
Sure. Let's do it.
So this is what were you thinking? Now, what we do is we go online and we just kind of like grab random images, search Sachin Soni, Techiesms, and we grab these random images and we kind of ask him, what was going on? What were you thinking? If I was just randomly looking you up on Google, what would I be thinking about if I was in your brain? So I'm going to pull this up real quick. I want to find a way to make it bigger, but I think this will just be fine. So this one looks cool. You're holding up an award. You're on a stage. Like, what is this?
Wow. Oh my God, this is a super proud moment for Sachin, super proud moment of Techiesms as well. So this is, I was in Mumbai, India. Okay. It was a creators award ceremony and Techiesms was selected as the best YouTube channel under technology and automation. I was awarded with that little trophy in my hand. And I was super proud at that particular moment. They invited me on stage saying, hey, Techiesms is the best YouTube channel for technology and automation. Wow.
Do you still have it? Is it behind you?
Yeah. No. But it's in my office. But that was the moment. I can never forget it. Definitely.
This you too?
Oh, okay. This is interesting. This one is really interesting. So this is me in China, by the way. So I went for Maker Faire Shenzhen 2023. So the thing was, it was Maker Faire Shenzhen, definitely, but it was also the anniversary, the 15th anniversary, if I'm not wrong, 15th anniversary of Seed Studio, right?
So we love Seed.
Yeah, we all love Seed. Even my audience loves Seed. Shout out to Seed in the chat if you are watching. Okay, so yeah, you're saying something?
No, please. I got excited about something that Seed announced yesterday. We can talk about it after, but yes, please finish your story here.
Okay, so it was a party. So after the Maker Faire, in the evening they arranged a DJ party, and there was an open mic. Anyone can join the stage and can do anything that they want. Even Ginger performed on stage. Ginger sang a song on stage. Now what happened is during the event, I had a great bond with the people from Seed. I remember the name. One was Serena and one was Chun. So there was a great bond between them on the first day itself. So what happened is during the event, during the party, we were just hanging out together, having our food and everything. And they kind of insisted me, Sachin, go on a stage and sing a song. Because as you mentioned before that I'm an entertainer, so I was an entertainer there as well, and they felt like, hey, this is the perfect guy to be on stage, right? I said, I am an Indian. I just know Indian Bollywood song, and the audience is Chinese audience. How can you make me sing a song in front of Chinese audience that they never understand? So they said music doesn't have any language. Come on, Go on stage, sing a song. They just forced me like anything. Just gave my name without my permission. Just gave my name to the host. The host called me on stage and I sang a song. The song is on my Instagram if you can play right now.
Oh yeah, I do want to see it.
Yeah. It's a Bollywood song. It's on my Instagram, Techiesms. Yeah,
it's so nice you claimed that that domain or that name for like everything. Like for Fixer, my alias, like I have to like search for it all the time, and I have to do like different variations of it. How far down are we going?
You can go to Reels directly.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
In the Reels, just scroll down.
By the way, this was an awesome short. Great work.
Thank you. Just down. Wow,
you put out a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness.
So wait. I'm in China. A little up. Oh, the first one. No. Scroll up. Down. You went a little up or down and down and down and down and down and one more down. That's it. The first one.
Here? No.
Above this. Just above that.
Right there. Oh, yeah, I see it.
Oh, yeah. That one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's me.
Can you hear the audio?
No. I cannot hear it.
Let me see. Virtual background, share audio. Gotta find out how to do this. Reduce mic. It's not going to be as good if you guys can't hear it.
I don't know if people can hear it or not, but I cannot hear it. So this is the audience.
We'll share it. You know what? We'll share it. And,
sure.
And I'm just going to spend 2 seconds here. Oh, I can't fast forward it, can I? I'll have to watch this later. I'm going to share the link. All right.
Sure.
You can go watch Sachin Soni here.
Not a singer anyways, but yeah, I kind of just went on the stage and sang a song. That was amazing. People enjoyed it. As you say, as an entertainer, I entertained people. People enjoyed it. I sang a romantic song for couples, and it was fun.
I'll be so nervous. I'm not good at singing. I'll ping you later and tell you how your voice was. 1 to 10. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so Sachin, I want to dive into some stuff here. You're going to be showing us a piece of technology that you built, and people were pinging me and saying, like, "What is this thing that Sachin built? Is it something that you built from scratch, or is it something that you
100%.
purchased and you built it all from scratch?"
No. Yeah. See, let me give a background of myself, like how we do things. See, what happens is, there are a lot of videos on our channel that are kind of original, that are one of the kind that were never built before, right? That were never, and this is one of that particular project that was never built before. We built it completely from scratch. Okay, so this is what we called as a portable AI voice assistant. I already launched this version. This is the version 1. I am working on version 2, but let me tell you what is this. So this single a card size device, okay, it's based on ESP32 microcontroller. This works on OpenAI, what you can say, ChatGPT, right? So what it does is, by the press of a button, there's a built-in mic and built-in speaker. By the press of a button, a user can ask any question around the globe, right? That question, that the speech will be converting to text. The text will be given to the AI model. The AI model will analyze it, generate the answer, give back to this device. This device will convert that text into speech. Later, we can hear that speech through the speaker. All these things done with the single tiny microcontroller ESP32. Not even the microprocessor. With the help of this tiny low power microcontroller, we tried to build it, and it was a great success. This is like one of my favorite project, and this is one of the community's favorite project. And fun fact, this was the only project which became not successful in India, but out of India as well. We were end up sending a lot of units outside India as well. So that was the project, first of all.
Why? First of all, is it not communicating with your phone in any way? Like everything is just being run on the device?
Yeah, this is standalone.
How big is, like, how much can you? What's the context window? Like, how much can you input and how much can it output?
So earlier with the version 1, right, Robert, version 1 was having the limitation, like we can ask a limited length of question, and it can speak out limited duration of answer. But now with the version 2, there's no limit. You can ask pretty long question, it can generate pretty long answer and speak out as it is.
How do I find this on your website? How do I find this?
Oh, you can search for assistant, maybe just type of assistant. Yeah, AI assistant should be fine, I guess.
And is this
okay, the first one. Yeah, this one.
Okay. How many is that in dollars?
It's, I guess it's a 40, around $50, under $50.
Affordable. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
And,
Okay.
and one more interesting thing, this is completely open source. The code is available, the schematic is available, open source. Yeah, my all projects are open source.
Wow. So and if you didn't want to buy it, you can go
You
build
can
it
make
yourself.
it. Yeah, I have a
Very cool.
detailed video, my own video explaining everything about how it works, how it was made, everything.
And I'm guessing you post these on Hackster?
Yes. And guess what? This was the featured article on Hackster.
Oh, nice. You got a bunch
And
of
one more
projects
thing, just when we started our this conversation, one of my article went to featured once again. Oh, it should be up in the first line itself, the third one,
Where am I going?
the third project.
Oh,
from
third
the
right
top.
here. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. This is a really cool. Yeah, I didn't know that that's how capable it was. I mean, that's just great. I mean, it's amazing to see how much compute and how like the workloads that can run.
I would like to share one interesting story about this thing.
Please, yes. Here, let's get you on the big. I'm listening.
Yeah. So see, that's the power of social media. We never know how our content is impacting human lives. Okay, we never know how the content is being consumed by the audience, and this is one of the great examples which I'm going to share right now. So what happened was, this was my personal desire to make a device like this, right? This was kind of inspired with that AI camera, the Rabbit R1, I guess. I don't know. That's the AI pin camera, if you have seen that product. So it was inspired from that. So I was curious to make my own version, and I landed up making it. When I put it on YouTube, it was available for everyone around the world. One of the people from India itself, they kind of contacted me. So my office number is open for all, so they can contact my office. They can ask any doubts about project. They can ask any question about any inquiries about the products, everything. So I got a call on my office number. Luckily, I picked up the call. They said me that they first of all congratulated me, thanked me about making this kind of videos for completely free of cost. This kind of gem, these videos are not available anywhere. This kind of knowledge is not available on any universities. They first of all thanked me, and later they said that we will be needing in bulk units. I was like, okay, we can definitely provide you bulk units, but I told them that this is not a commercial product. This is kind of a DIY project which we used to put it for learning purpose, for educational purpose. So may I know the reason why you want in bulk units? I just asked simply, right? And the answer they gave was like, I was like, wow. So the person was calling from a blind people organization, right?
Oh.
So the person, yeah, and the person told me that, Sachin, this is the device that we were looking for so long. What happens with the blind people? They want to know how things are working in the world, what is the current news, what's happening in the world, how the particular thing works. They want to know everything. They are humans, they are curious, they want to know. But the thing is, they cannot see. So even if the phone has everything, okay, but they cannot access the phone.
You can't do it. Like, I mean, like there's no braille on the phone, and you can still use the voice assistant, but still not.
Exactly. It's not, yeah, user friendly, but your device has just a single button, and by press of a button, a user can ask any question of the world, and they can get the answer straight into this single device. How awesome this device is. And I was so impressed with the application. Like, this project can be used in this particular domain as well. I was like, wow. So that was a great, story about this particular project. I felt super proud of making this particular project, by the way, after hearing this.
I love the story. And, this is something that I think obviously very easily take for granted, having sight. And I will share a story as well, because I love that. Accessibility in general, right? Like being accessible and providing content that's accessible is really important. But Discord, I love Discord. I'm all over Discord. It's my thing. It's my jam.
Yeah.
We had a member of the community a while back, and she was blind. So like, you start to think like, well, how does she access these things? She started to bring up all the different things that would make Discord more approachable for her and more user friendly. You don't really realize it, but like when they're looking for a channel on Discord, they have to have it read out to them. So when servers put like a bunch of pipes in there and an emoji and stuff like that, right? Well, they get confused. They don't know what the channel is. It'll say like pipe something like oh, chat, and then the next thing you know, like smiley face or whatever. Custom emojis have these weird names. So she like asked, could you like remove the emojis? I was like, yeah, of course. You know, so we removed the emojis. But I mean, obviously, yours much more impactful. It reminds me of also Tori Turfta and his open muscle thing. I love it when solutions get driven towards some form of accessibility. Form of technology that is better for accessibility. So awesome.
So that's how we were started this, and this time, and we also like made a lot of changes in the new version as well. Yeah.
So what's next then? Like, is there another version? This is not the newest version.
So what happened is the hardware is the previous generation, the first generation hardware. Definitely we are working on it. The hardware will be changing, but there is some cool stuff that we built inside the coding, inside the firmware that I want to showcase that will be coming up in the upcoming version. So what was the limitation with the first version is it can only talk in one single language, that is English. But now this can talk in any language. So let me show you the demo, okay? Let me just see if everything is working, because generally live demo we just end up having some issues in live demo.
The demo gods.
But yeah, let's.
Hi, my friend. Welcome back. How can I help you?
So let's see. Change language to Hindi. So Hindi is kind of a national language. So let's see if it can talk in Hindi. Oh, I don't know. Let's change language to Hindi. Let's see. Oh, it's not. Okay.
That's the demo gods. They've spoken. No, let's keep trying though. Let's keep trying.
So that's the thing. We are still working on this particular thing. And once it gets ready, it will be live on YouTube. So yeah, this is a kind of very, very, early to represent this, but still change language to Hindi. Let's see. Oh my God.
Will it tell you? It won't tell you?
No, it is.
Haha, Sachin, lying to you?
No, it's a kind of heard something else. Maybe my voice is not getting them. Change language to Hindi. I don't know.
It might be picking me up.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think I just have to be quiet.
Yeah, see.
अरे सचिन, तुमने मुझसे हिंदी में बात करने को कहा है, तो सुनो, मैं हूँ Onyx, तुम्हारा अच्छा दोस्त. कैसे हो मेरे दोस्त?
So the thing you are hearing right now, he is speaking in Hindi language, which kind of natural tone. Okay, so Hindi is kind of our national language, but it can go to regional languages as well. So the language barrier is no more a thing. Earlier, people can only talk in English, but now with the new models of AI, we are trying to convert it. We are trying to make it to work with all the languages possible. That's one of the update that we have provided here. Okay, we can change the language by just speaking to it. Second update is, so what happens, Robert, is AI is, we all know AI is made up of our past data, right? Previous data. Okay, so previously when we used to ask questions like this, let me just show you a demo what I'm saying. Okay, first of all,
by the way, while you pull that up, Robosphere says he's from computer science background but have gained a lot of interest in IoT and robotics, and he says it's thanks to you.
Oh wow, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the power of social media.
He's also asking if you're using an API.
100%. Yeah, this is all working on APIs. Definitely.
There you go, Robosphere. Straight from the source. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, let me just try. So I was about to show you one demo. What is current temperature in Ahmedabad? Let's see. Ahmedabad is my city. Okay, so here the answer first.
Oh, Sachin, I wish I could give you real-time updates, but my friend, I don't have access to live data right now. However, back in October 2023.
So the thing is, AI has the limitation. Previously, we were just using the normal AI model, and AI is all about the previous data. Means it cannot give you the real-time data. I asked that, what is the current temperature in Ahmedabad, in my city? It was unable to answer because it has the data from past data. Okay, it can analyze the past data and give you the answer based on that. So if I ask like what is the capital of my state, it can answer. But if I ask what's the current temperature, it cannot answer. So in the second version, we try to solve that as well. So once you say Google and tell what is current temperature in Ahmedabad. So let's try to hear if everything is going smooth.
So,
yeah, you
go again. I was okay. So it's connected to the internet.
100%, yeah.
Yes, yeah, obviously.
Google and tell current temperature in Ahmedabad.
Haha, Sachin. You're right. Google can tell you the current temperature instantly. It's like having a weather wizard in your pocket.
Okay, this is just an AI. Just Google it and tell current temperature in Ahmedabad. Let's see for the last time, maybe. Ow. Okay.
Satellite data indicates that Ahmedabad's surface temperature has decreased by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius.
So what? So yeah. So that was the difference. So now we not only integrated the AI that generates the answer from previous data, we also integrated the Google kind of search engine with not directly Google, but it's kind of OpenAI's web search model, which can give you data of current time as well. Right, data of right now, real-time data. So that's kind of two features that we have integrated, which will make this AI assistant much more usable. Will open up a lot of opportunities, a lot of options for people to interact with. And yes, the third thing, which I'm not going to showcase right now, but third thing, what we are doing is we are giving each model a personality. Means I can define that, hey, you are a fun-loving person and you are never getting angry on any of the situations. So we can give a personality.
Right? I'm going to bring that up. The person, the AI has a personality, like as in that one has one. He apologized and yeah.
So we can give a personality to these devices, and they will act as that personality only. How awesome it will be, right?
This is great. I mean, that's really cool. The story along the whole way is just amazing. So, is this new version available yet, or is only the first version?
So
not yet.
As you saw, so hardware is the previous generation. So we are still figuring out the new hardware. We haven't yet started. We are still working on the code. So it's very early. Maybe like it will take maybe 1 or 2 months to get with the ready hardware, with the new hardware and a stable code. So yeah, in future, definitely this will be up on our website and up on our YouTube as well. Make sure to subscribe to YouTube.
Since you said that, I got to put this up now. Oh wait, wrong one. There you go. YouTube at Techiesms. So we got a question in the chat.
Yeah,
I switch between calling him, by the way, Techie and Sachin. Sometimes you hear me call him Techie, but this is from RoboSphere. Oh wait, okay, there it is. What is the future scope of IoT where everything is built? Building new projects or products idea is very. Oh, so what I'm guessing he's trying to say, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is what happens when there are no more ideas left? That's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen. Definitely the answer. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. If that's what you were asking, RoboSphere, I mean, that's kind of like but there was someone who said that before the car was invented. There was someone who said that before almost any single innovation was invented.
Wonderful answer. I want to add into this particular thing. Definitely the answer is it's never gonna happen that we are end up with our ideas or we lack with the ideas. And the one you said, future scope of IoT. So I want to add into this. So what I feel right now, and definitely this is going to happen, IoT alone cannot do anything. If you want to level up your skills, if you want to build some next level things, try to integrate IoT with other technology. Like what I mean to say is combine AI plus IoT, that becomes AIoT. Try to build AIoT projects, something like this. This is a example of an AIoT projects, AI plus IoT. The one technology which I'm personally fascinated, the one technology which fascinates me right now is AR plus IoT. AR stands for augmented reality plus IoT. And I have a great project idea in my mind, and I want to see that particular future, definitely. So my thing is, try to mix two technologies and try to build something out of it. That will be definitely a next level thing.
the great advice. If I may, I'm gonna drop something in here as well. Because right here, Robosphere is saying, please guide me. I don't know how old you are or how long you've been in the industry. I think you said you're a student. So what I like to I'm like a dreamer. I'm always thinking of things that I want to build. And in many cases, it gets me into trouble because I take on like 20 things and then I'm like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. But so what I usually think about is there's two routes you can take. One is I want to build this just because I want to build it. Like, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. This is my life and I'm going to do what I want. And this is cool. And I win because I'm building something I want to build. That's number one, right? The other way to approach it, and then from that path there, it could be like, oh, I got to this point. Oh, now it's marketable. It turns out that, people started to, see it and like it and blah, blah, blah. And can take off from there. The other approach is like, you just approach it saying, like, with the business objectives in mind. You say, like, is there a market for this? Does it solve a problem? Right. And that's the key aspect. Like, look for a problem that needs to be solved. Traffic sucks, right? Like, right, an automated vehicle, every single car on the road would need to become an automated vehicle to fix traffic. And that is so far away. What else can be done to salvage some human potential of all those millions and millions of wasted hours or years that are wasted every single year? Human potential just sitting there in a car doing absolutely nothing. If we had those hours back, we might have already, cured cancer or traveled to another galaxy. Who knows? So problem, solution, market. There's people waiting in traffic that might pay some money for something that, gets them some value out of it to fix that problem or make them get some value out of that problem. That's how I kind of approach it. But mostly I start the first path. I start it because I want this thing.
I also follow the same path.
Yeah. And sometimes, Sachi, I'll tell you also something. I'm also kind of driven by people not answering my calls or my messages and or doubting the thing that I want to do. So for example, like if I wanted portalNetwork became a thing because I kind of was mad that like communities were just like holding their members hostage. I was like, there's so much knowledge out there. And like, there's so many things that you can't do. You can't provide these people those things. Like, stop holding them hostage. And that pissed me off. And I was like, I want to build a network that, it encourages knowledge share and accelerates innovation. And that's where portalNetwork came from. So I don't know if that was a problem, but I was just angry. I was like angry at some communities that were doing that. So,
but definitely that's something I can relate with you because that's my approach as well. I'm not exactly directly solving the main pinpoint or main problem of the world. Definitely not. But yes, I'm trying to do something which I love to do. And it eventually land up with the like-minded people and people are getting benefited with it. And that's how things are working for me.
Yeah, no, it's great. So there's some chats coming in here, Sachin.
Yeah,
let's address them. So Anman is coming in saying, you start any kind of course for IoT. I think he's addressing Robosphere. Oh, you want to talk to that point?
No, I was saying that I already have one basic IoT course. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I already have one. Yeah.
Let's share it. Where is it? It's on your YouTube?
Yeah. No. It's like it's techiesms.graphy.com. If I can chat, let me just put up.
Yeah. Link. You should be able to post it in the chat or post it in the private chat, and I'll share it. Oh, is that it?
Yeah. So that's the link, and on this there's a basic like 0 to not advanced, but 0 to 1 kind of course about IoT. It's already there. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. I didn't know you were also bridging into that as well. That's really cool. Here looks like a thing that leads into a question about today's education system. I should have looked at this first. I hope it's not controversial. About today's education system, where there is more theory and passionate students are losing interest in learning engineering, and I'm in grade 12. Was it like this for you? Okay, I actually want to talk to this, but please, you go ahead, Sachin.
100%. It was same for me as well. Okay. And see, I don't know the fact charges from India or not, but I'll talk with the Indian perspective only. The things which like the things happening in my own state. Okay. So I personally feel that the curriculums need to be changed, but unfortunately they aren't changing in my time as well. I passed my college back in like 2017. So 2013 to 2017 was my college. Okay. Same old theory, same old books, same old, like old generation microcontroller, same old assembly language. There was no innovation. There was no new microcontrollers were introduced. There were no microprocessors were introduced. There were no high-tech equipment that are not too costly, that are affordable, but still colleges are not ready to update themselves because they don't feel like doing it, because they never gonna pay extra for their extra efforts. So system will never gonna change. My only advice to people, so I used to hire interns as well in my studio, so my only advice is focus on self learning. Never rely on your college, never rely on your school, never rely on your teachers. They will never gonna help you. They'll just guide you. They'll never gonna help you. Self study is the key, and this is the place where people like me come in, right? People like me can help you with the things that will never ever be taught in colleges and universities, and things which I'm teaching are the actual thing that matters. I'll take just 2 minutes. Let me share one
please.
story.
I'm
Just 2
gonna,
minutes.
I'm gonna make you big. Like this is your stage. Let's do it.
Yeah. Just 2 minutes. A very interesting story about how content like this is impacting people. I was in a Mumbai based story. I was in Mumbai. I was the official media partner of that particular event. My task, it was always related to electronics and IoT only. My job at the event as a media partner was to interview people and put the content on YouTube and Instagram and let people know about their company and how they work and blah blah blah. So I was free to go to any of the stall and any of the stall of my choice, which I personally like. So what happened is I went to one of the stall of one company. I don't remember the name. I was sitting with the founder of that company on a table. I was about to start the interview, but what happened was before starting the interview, he said, Sachin, listen, there are my employees in this stall who wanted to talk to you, wanted to have a selfie with you, but they're kind of shy, they're kind of feared to talk with you. I was like, hey, why are you shying? Just come on, have a selfie with me, you can talk with me. So the employees came to me, they had a selfie with me, and we have a moment. And later on, I again sat with the founder. The founder was not knowing me, the employees were knowing me. The founder was not knowing me before. But after the employees went, when I was starting the interview, the founder thanked me. Hey Sachin, thank you. I was like, why you're thanking me? He said something which was amazing. He said, Sachin, because of your videos, my company is getting good employees. My company is getting skilled employees. You know what? There were employees before who were coming out of college and college graduates having great marks, but they were lacking with what actually is needed in the market, needed in the industry as the practical knowledge. Those guys who are your fans actually watch your videos, make the amazing stuff, and I get amazing employees. So I would like to thank you. Because of you, I can get this kind of employees. So that kind of impact is creating through the content. And that's the answer of your question. So focus on self-study, focus on things that actually matters to the industry rather than just theory. System will never gonna change. Yeah, that was the story.
Great story. And you know what, that's what companies factor in, what they call the barrier to entry or ramp up time, right? So you come out of school, the company already knows that like you are not going to provide any value to them for X amount of months or years. In some cases, like you might not provide value to them for a year, 2 years, right? Meaning you're literally just learning their processes, their softwares, their proprietary, stuff. Now, but you can still get a leg up. What Sachin touched on, self-teaching yourself. The big thing that I would add to this is establishing a visible and time-stamped or version-controlled portfolio, a non-manipulable portfolio, because 100%. This is like the difference between telling you that I can do it and actually showing you that I can do it. So GitHub's a great resource in that respect. Establishing a YouTube portfolio, whatever it is. You're building that up as a
also prefer Hackster is also a great platform.
Hackster is wonderful. Oh my goodness. Yes. Like I can't believe I didn't say that. Thank you for catching me on that. Yes. Hackster is a great place as well. Right. So, I mean, not only are you building projects for yourself, you're also building projects and getting visibility from the companies who host their hubs, right? So there's community hubs and there's product or platform hubs. And this is a great place to build your project, but then add it to that particular platform hub. One thing I do want to add though, Sachin,
Yep.
I think the one of the most thing that's very much underlooked or undervalued, two things: soft skills and networking.
Okay.
Yes. So soft skills, right? Like I'll be frank, is like the person who gets that 4.0 GPA, like they were probably not a good team player. They were probably on solo, like isolated and doing their thing. But I will say, when I go, I still serve on the Electrical Engineering Alumni Board of Directors at my alma mater, UCSD. We always get this one question: what is the thing that you do or use from school the most in your career or in industry? And I pretty much say nothing. Like I don't like all the DSP calculations and paper written pen mathematics, and it's like nothing. But what it did teach me was that I can do anything. That it kind of like, it made me think I'm resourceful. So to say, like, going back to this question that we got right here, please guide me. How can I find a new idea? Right?
Okay.
You're doing it right now. Like, you're doing it right now. Not only are you doing it right now, but you're also, hopefully through this process, realizing that you can achieve anything, right? And when someone says, Robert, can you do this highly technical thing? I'm like, I can't, but if you give me this much time, I could. However, then the network comes in. I know someone who can do it. They're much more efficient, much more cost effective for you, blah, blah, blah. So the network, the soft skills, being able to do that transition. And of course, knowing that you could do it if you wanted to. Anyways, that's kind of like what I got out of school. Where's this coming from? There we go. Take that off. Okay. Hackster came into the channel here. They put something. Riz. What is that? You know what that is? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think it's some new age term. What kind of skills is important? What kind of skills is important to ECE students? And I believe ECE, that was my degree, computer engineering. Did you graduate?
I think it's electronics and communication engineering, I guess.
Yeah, on my campus, it was electronics and electronic computer engineering, something like that. But I mean, either way, it's like an electrical engineer.
It's basically around electronics.
If you're going into that field, like, be resilient. Like, be prepared for a brutal curriculum for the most part. At least for me, it was the hardest thing I had ever done up until that point. Right. Of course, I've done much more difficult things since then, but it's a trial. 50%, I think, is what the number that they were giving us at our college, that 50% of people actually who start that career graduate with that degree. Yeah. Be resilient, study, like, it would help if you liked math. I got lucky. I got lucky that I like math and physics. And so, like, I was willing to keep pushing harder, I guess, in that sense. Anything you want to add to that?
I want to add, like, I see what happened is when I went to that, it was the same story. When I went to that event, we're interviewing with people, right? The one I was just talking about before, like the employees came in and clicked the selfie with me. In that event, I was allowed to interview all the like founders of the companies. And I directly asked them the same question, like, what skills do you look for hiring an electronics engineer, right? So I just, summarize all those, the answers and put out the most common skills that they require. And I also made a YouTube video for that as well. Okay. So if I can share that thing, I just put out 5 skills that required for an electronics engineer. Let me just search for it. That will be the perfect answer for this particular question. You can put it on the chat. Let me just find it out. So that was the answer generated from the real, what you can say, industry people. Oh,
yeah. Again, I'll harp on it again. Sachin's already touched on it. One thing that happened. This was all in school. Like, you get all this homework, you do these labs and stuff. Like, bring your homework to an industry engineer. Like they don't know how to do that stuff. Like they don't touch any of that stuff anymore. None of it is applicable. So here, I'm going to share this YouTube link here from Sachin.
Yeah, the skills
So
required.
those are the five things for electrical engineering.
Yeah,
nice. Okay, here's a good one from Hackster, and I want to touch on this. What is the future of a full stack developer? I'll say it right now. Full stack developers are a myth. That's how I see it. Do you actually? And I'll say the reasons why. I view full stack. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, why? Come on, why?
Full stack developer is like basically saying that you're capable of multitasking, right?
Okay.
Technology moves too fast, and there are too many layers on the stack for a human being to literally be capable of being a full stack developer. Now, what a really good dev can be is very quick at learning and very quick at transitioning. So that's kind of like the equivalent of what you might consider a full stack developer, but it's not. You're jack of all trades, master of none, which means you will always need help from someone. You're not a full stack developer. You can't lift that weight. You could get a prototype or a POC ready, right? But that's pretty much like you can't take something to the end. I don't. At least that's my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you? You don't have any input on it?
No, not dedicatedly on full stack developer, but yeah, the essence is the same. Like the things which I'm observing in current times, maybe it's like doing business or maybe it's acquiring skills, is like take the narrow approach, pick up only one single thing. Like if you're doing a business, try to sell only one single thing and do the best at that particular thing. So this is kind of the requirement of today's time. If you are what you can say, I got a lot of examples. See, I have one very great example. It's not related to technology, but it's somewhere related to you should be going to a narrowing down your approach. So I was listening to a podcast. So I'm basically a jeweler as well, the gold and silver jewelry business. So that's my family business. So I heard a podcast that don't try to be a jeweler that is selling the all kind of jewelry, like the casual jewelry, like the day-to-day jewelry, like the wedding jewelry. Try to market yourself or try to be a specific jeweler. That means, hey, I am Sachin, I am running a wedding jewelry business. That is a very specific niche, and try to be the master of that particular niche. So that's kind of basic example. So in today's time, try to be the master of one particular skill, and that's the requirement of today's time.
Yeah, it's funny. You say that. It's great. It's great advice. People ask me like what I do. Like, you know, like you could just say that you're a YouTuber, right? And you're an Indian maker and you have your website and you sell stuff. Like, I don't know what I do. Like, I feel like I kind of like do all things, but the only word that really comes to mind is like, I'm good at like finding the connections between people and the value that individuals can have from each other. So like orchestration, right? I'm the Kubernetes of human containers, maybe.
100%. I can relate that because that's how we met each other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, and the other thing that I really like to kind of like to say is I dream a lot. Like I dream of like big things, and then depending on how people see it is whether or not I can continue to go on it. But back to those points right there is that like, hey, you want to build stuff, you want to do stuff. These are the traits, these are the skills that you're going to be acquiring on the course of, on your way there. So that's really cool. There's another question here from Hackster. Hackster asking questions here. How do you choose between ECE and computer science? You want to take this one?
I'm pure into the ECE guy.
Okay. Computer science is the scapegoat for ECE. Computer science is what I'm messing with you. Computer science is what people go to when they can't handle ECE. No, but ECE is more code, right? It's less. It's more code. It's more logic. It's more coding, and you're gonna learn. You're probably still gonna go to a C class and an assembly class, but like for the most part, they should be showing you modern frameworks. ECE, like you choose a depth, you're going into like digital signal processing. It's a lot of like transformations and Z transforms and all, like just a bunch of like crazy math. Like I didn't realize
hardware is involved in ECE. Computer science doesn't involve that microcontrollers and sensors. That doesn't involve. ECE has that.
Well, that's so like in the breadth of everything. Yeah, it has hardware. You learn like, different microcontrollers and stuff when you do your labs, but you also learn like breadboarding and building out circuits and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I just remember it being a lot of math. Like, I mean, it was a lot of math. So yeah, you learn how to make a cheat sheet really well, right? Really small letters and fit as much as you can on that one piece of paper. That reminds me of one of my favorite professors. Mrs. Bray, she's unfortunately passed. She taught me Calculus 2. So it was like when you start getting into the series, mostly like series problems or solving. She allowed us to use calculators and our phones, and she allowed us to use our computers. She basically said like, hey, you're going to have it in the real world. Why shouldn't you be able to use it on a test? And so her thing behind it was like, but I'm going to make the test more difficult. I'm going to put more questions on there. It's like, it actually was kind of cool to be able to like take tests with the resources that you would have in the real world. So I thought that was pretty cool. Nice. Okay. So we're getting toward the end of the episode. It's funny. We've been answering questions from the chat. I have not asked you a single question from my sheet. Like that's
so
crazy.
That's my audience basically. They wanted to ask something. Yeah. See what happens. I rarely go live, so there is no such chance for interacting with these people live. So yeah, maybe that's why they're asking the questions.
No, that's great. I mean, your audience seems awesome. Let me see. So let me pull up my sheet again here. I don't know where I put it, so I'm going to reopen it.
So we completely went off track, I guess.
Off track completely. So let's talk about. Oh man, there's so many now. Mass market. Okay, here's a good one. If you had infinite time and an unlimited budget, what would you be building right now, or what would you start building tomorrow?
Okay, so I'll never thought of this particular thing, but there is one project which I mentioned earlier, which is AR plus IoT. Okay, so what do I mean by that? You know what? A couple of years back, I tried to build that project. So let me imagine you the scenario. What is the end goal of that particular project? So these are the glasses, right? So right now what happens is our devices are connected with internet, means we can use the Alexa to turn on and off the appliances. We can use a smartphone to turn on and off the appliances, interact with them. Pretty cool, right? It's not future, it's the present, right? But what will be the future going to look like? That's what I'm making you imagine. This is your glasses. This will be the AR glasses in a couple of years. You wear your AR glasses, right? And when you look at the fan, immediately a widget pop up, and you just slide the slider in the air and the fan speed will go up. Boom. Then you'll look at the TV. There's a remote popping up. You'll type the number and boom, the channel is changed. So this is AR plus IoT, augmented reality plus IoT. I'm kind of fascinated with this particular technology. I want to actually leave this. And you know what? I kind of make a part of this particular thing already. So what happened is I was not having a smart glasses, but I took my smartphone's camera. And if my smartphone's camera is looking at the light, automatically buttons pops up and I can touch the buttons in the air, not on the screen. In the air, I can touch the button and can control the lights. I did that particular thing, but I'm looking forward to the future where I can wear my glasses and can control the whole home and office through the buttons in the air. It's more like with the Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro.
But it's bulky, it's big, and it looks silly walking around.
It's very big, but definitely we'll be coming to this particular thing near future, the simple glasses. So that's something which I want to build. I will love to build this particular project.
That's like one of like, I think one of our bottlenecks for us to evolve or innovate to the next stage is the ability to store large enough amounts of energy or electricity in a small enough container. And that's where we're locked down at. I mean, think about it. Why do we still have AA batteries? Like that has not changed in decades. Like we can't get to another solar system or another galaxy because we can't put enough energy into a small enough container.
Yeah.
So the glasses is like, when you're talking about all this stuff, we need to either, and this most likely is going to happen both simultaneously, is lower the energy required for high amounts of compute and
Exactly.
increase the amount of storage of energy in a smaller container. Um,
I,
yeah.
I don't remember this particular thing, but Robert, there is some new technology in the battery that is coming up. I don't remember this, but yes, people are working with the with providing higher capacity in smaller size. So they are also working on the battery technology, which is definitely very, very good. In the same size, we can have more more capacity. So yeah, this will
I mean,
definitely be helpful.
it's also about harnessing the energy that's generate, or essentially salvaging all of the wasted energy.
Mhm.
Like, entropy is real. So like
Yeah,
entropy is like, the energy transitions into a state that eventually is not useful to us. We can no longer harness it for what we need to do. It's like
yeah,
hard boil an egg. You can't unhard boil an egg. You can't
exactly.
unburn a piece of wood, right? You
Yeah,
can go plant another tree, but you
yeah,
eventually, in an isolated system, the soil will run out of nutrients. The energy eventually just goes. Now,
yeah.
we need to save as much of that as possible, right? Like, imagine like a strip that goes down your arm, right? And then, as you move your arms or whatever, like, maybe that's charging something like your glasses. I don't know. But that's another thing that I think probably should
That's
be.
another thing. But this is kind of a concept which I'm fascinated towards. So this is something which I would love to build. If I have infinite money, I can hire good people for this. And yeah,
Well, you have to build it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that was pretty cool though. I love that idea. AR is fun. GDC, Game Developers Conference,
yeah.
haptic AR, like all that kind of stuff is all over the place over there.
So that's the future. Like the technologists will come together to build something amazing. This is AR plus IoT, not just AR. So yeah, this is something the future is.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I look forward to following that story. Last thing here, let's get some final call outs. I mean, we got a few minutes left. We're gonna have to end this. I'm gonna ask you to stick around for 1 second after we close down the live, Sachin, because it has to download your local recording. But other than that, last minutes, we want to talk about your YouTube one more time. We want to talk about your Hackster. Here's Sachin's Hackster. Anything else you want to shout out?
Nothing, just my YouTube.
You have one of your fans in here asking you to do more live streams.
Oh, Sachin sir, please schedule live stream. I don't know. My schedule is kind of super busy. I don't know, because see, when you're working on building something that were never built, it's definitely a challenging task. And I used to do this task every week, every 2 weeks. So definitely it's very difficult for me. But yeah, this live streams are fun. I know it's fun right now. Let's see if I can do something in future. But yeah, I'll keep the suggestion.
We'll celebrate you here, Sachin, real quick.
Oh,
Let's celebrate Sachin, the winner of the
we won that.
Fab 25 contest.
100%.
Co-won it?
Sorry?
Did you co-win it? I think something happened, like you co-won it first place, or did you actually win first place?
Yes. When you go to the bonus award, it's Sachin Soni and Salman Faris. So yeah, I co-won it. So this is the base award. This is the bonus award. This is the main award. So it's divided between Sachin and Salman. So yeah, we both are going to Fab 25 Czech Republic. Super excited for that particular thing. Definitely.
That's
so
cool.
next week on Thursday, I'll be in Czech Republic.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited for you, man. I'm really excited for you. Yeah. So just so you all know, if you don't already use Hackster or visit Hackster, like, you should check it out. I mean, you see, this is a living testament of the cool stuff that you can build, the cool stuff that you can learn, also the cool stuff that you can win. Right? There's money up for grabs. So like right here, money, hardware. I mean, you can see there's several contests going right now. You can go view some of the old ones here and see what kind of stuff has been asked. But I mean, there's a lot of exposure in terms of learning opportunities. I definitely would recommend it. I'm going to post this link over here so y'all can go check it out. Can my questions, please? Who were Fast Charge? Let's see if we can get his last question here. I'm trying to find what it was. Did he ask? Yes, I'm from India. About today's education. We answered your question. Is there another one that you posted? I don't see another one. We answered your question, Fast Charge, about we'll get this one. I guess we missed this one. How do you select the right microcontroller for a specific IoT project?
See, I am not the right person to answer this. Now, why am I not the right person? See, what happened is I'm into electronics, definitely. But I am into social media as well. Now, what's the difference in this? So when I'm planning the content, I need to look after a lot of things. The first thing is my projects are open source. My projects are appealing to wider audience. Okay. My project should have the components, should have the microcontroller boards, which are cheap, affordable, which are easily available around the globe, right? And which are easy to use. So these the parameters I need to consider before making the content. So if you ask right microcontroller, well, that's not the answer. I choose the microcontroller based upon the audience and not based upon the application, because my application is not serving to industry. My application is serving to education. So it should be easily and affordably available to everyone. So that's how I choose microcontroller.
I love it. I love it. And I think that's how we're going to have to end this one out of respect for everyone's time. Sachin, thank you so much for joining us. I think that it was just fun. Like, this was just a fun stream, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to hopefully doing more of these with you. And if you ever need any help or any support in any way, you know where to find me. Go over to the Hackster Discord server. That's where we hang out. And of course, you can explore the Portal Network. Ginger from Hackster team. Ginger, she's just amazing. She has been organizing some awesome raid events where she takes us through the Portal Network across all of the different Discord developer communities, exploring different, just all sorts of cool stuff. So check that out. And if you want to participate and see more of me, you can subscribe to this channel and you can head on over to see more of Techiesms, Sachin Soni right here over on his YouTube channel. So have a wonderful day, Sachin. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Robert.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.